again, Susanna here, Angel Intuitive and Spiritual Guidance Counselor. And of course, as soon as I start this, okay, yeah, I just went to my chiropractor, best chiropractor on the planet, and he did some acupuncture. I did some damage to my stuff. Winding down to the end of season. This winter season has been out of control. Yeah, I've been pushing it to the limit. It's like literally pushing too much. So, yeah, it's been a rough last week, but yeah, I'm much better. He's magical. Yeah, he's absolutely amazing. So much more than just chiropractic and acupuncture. He's got gifts. Let's just put it that way. Anywho, so make sure that's getting me. I look funky because I was face down for a while because I had the needles in my shoulder and arm and stuff, in my back. But yeah, had some more time. So yeah, let's do this thing. So I was flipping through, and I see a lot of stuff on Nikola Tesla and his freaking brilliance, and and I've probably talked about this in some of my more recent videos. I have just been nutter butters obsessed with frequencies, and like I talked about my Rife machine and using the tuning forks and energy and even frequency music. So there's a lot of great stuff. I don't like to go to YouTube, but I haven't really found much on Rumble that will play it continuously without stopping, so I can play it in my office. So I do use the tube for that. So, because I can't find a CD player that will last more than 2 months and without crapping out. But anyway, I've been seeing more stuff because people are talking about manifesting, and they brought up the 369. And I hadn't heard this particular aspect. But Nikola Tesla, you can read about, he talks about the power of 369. And let's see, I saw this in here. There's a quote. Where did oh, here we go. Yeah, so Nikola Tesla says, if you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have the key to the universe. And there's more that goes with it, a whole lot more that goes with that. I have not read deeply. I've read some, and it gets technical, and he combines it with the frequencies and other things, abilities that we have, and connecting to that. But what I've been seeing lately is a lot of people advertising these little 369 books. This just happens to be one I grabbed on Amazon. There's a whole bunch of them. They're all kind of similar. And similar price range, right around $10, but it's like a journal. So what was new to me was the affirmations. So affirming using the 369. So it suggests that to manifest, you do, can you see that? 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times. Is that working? There you go. Focus. And then 9 times in the evening. So 3 in the morning, 6 in the afternoon, 9 times in the evening. And it's not just stating the affirmation or what you want to manifest, but it's writing it down. It's actually writing it down. So these are nice little things. You don't have to buy this. You just get a sheet of notebook paper and write it down. And do it every day until it comes to fruition, I'm guessing. But this particular book has a little crash course in it. And I was just flipping through it. I just happened to, I got it the other day and I just brought it to the office because I thought, well, if I got to do it in the afternoon, I got to take this with me, right? But of course I didn't do it in the morning. But I was looking through the beginning, and it's kind of interesting, and I have to admit, every time I hear the term nature abhors a vacuum, I never understood what that meant. I'm thinking, why? It's good to clean every now and then, clean the universe. Okay, I got some book smarts. I got some common sense, but whatever. I don't know everything yet. Um, yet. But it just, I don't know. I also had other thoughts of what that meant is about pulling, not just cleaning. You know, I'm just kind of joking about using a vacuum to clean. But about pulling energy out is the way I've always visualized it. But I didn't understand what was meant in technical or scientific terms. But I love this. Totally explains it. Now you're out there going, well, duh, I know what this means. But I'm going to share it because it made me happy. And I'm going, oh, absolutely. I knew that, but I didn't connect it, right? So what this guy, so this is Daniel Ackerman's book that he just did a few years ago. And there's several, like I said, there's several that are similar. But I thought this one was nice. Nice large print for my old face. But he's got here, so it says, nature loathes a vacuum. And I love this. Okay, the second rule, I could go through this all if you want. I can zip through, but so it talks about your thoughts matter, literally. So our thoughts become things. That's Wayne Dyer. That goes all the way back to many motivational people. And that's kind of the thing. So focusing on that. The law of attraction is what we focus on, we create, right? What we think about, we bring about. And then it says, so how does vibration rule the world? So it discusses the law of vibration. And that's frequency, right? So everything vibrates. There's little radio waves. There's energetic waves in the ether. They're in all around us, everywhere. Everything is energy. Everything is vibration. Everything is frequency. And then it says like attracts like, which it does. Again, what we focus on, we get more of. So we're focusing on the negative shit and our problems, we're going to get more of that to focus on, right? Instead of focusing on the positive. The more positive we focus on, more positive stuff we have to focus on. So back to this part. So it says, the second rule of the law of attraction states that nature does not accept the existence of vacuums and will thus always attempt to fill a void. So there's the vacuum, sucking it out. So it says, in practice, this means you cannot simply avoid negative thoughts and feelings. You must actively fill yourself with positive energy. Nature will not let you leave an empty space in your life, which means negative energy will be sucked in the vacuum to fill the void unless you fill it first. So simple. I think reading the Tesla stuff, it was so a little more in depth and technical, or maybe in my brain it was, but that absolutely makes sense. If we clear energy, if we're clearing out the clutter of ourselves, didn't that happen at home? We clear out, I don't know how many times I've done that, where I clear out a bunch of crap and then I move into a bigger space and I'm thinking, I'm going to have so much empty space, and somehow, like, everything breeds in the box in the move, and suddenly I still don't have freaking room for stuff. I have no space. But it's kind of the same thing. It's like if you're getting rid of stuff to clear, oftentimes other things come in and fill it unless we stop it. That's with physical stuff. That's with the tangibles. But energetically, that's what they're saying here, is that if we clear negative stuff, if we clear negative feelings, negative emotions, negative thoughts, if we don't replace it, fill that void with something, then our energy is wanting it to be filled. We need to be fulfilled, right? We need to be whole and complete. And if we've got a gaping hole or an empty space, what happens is the first thing that comes along is going to get sucked in unless we fill it first. So if we clear, and most of the times in the energy work and the healing work, when we're clearing negative gunk, we do replace it with positive. Like if we're having negative thoughts about a person, or having a negative experience with a person, and it's like, okay, we got to clear that person out of our life. But if we don't focus on, this is good too, this is coming in, this explains a lot too. So if we say you're having a bad relationship, whatever, you get rid of that person, you clear that person from your world. If you don't replace that energy, so if you're in love with someone or think you are, and that relationship ends, if we don't fill that space within us with loving ourselves, giving ourselves love, feeling that spot, someone else is going to come along and jump in. And now that makes so much sense why people wonder, why do we keep attracting the same type of person? Because we didn't replace that empty space. It's not bringing in, oh, I lost one relationship, I got to hurry up and jump into another one that seems better. It's not that at all. It's having a relationship with yourself. This is a whole nother video we could go into about that. Boom, lights popping on, right? So if we fill that gap with love for ourselves, or doing things for ourselves with love, then we get ourselves used to being treated better and truly being loved and appreciated. Then we can bring in someone that's better, right? So think about that. When we're clearing stuff, when you're clearing stuff, when you're getting rid of the negative attitude, when you're getting rid of negative thoughts that keep coming up, replace them. Push them out, but replace them with, it's like, okay, let me think of something. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna drink 1 glass of wine a night. And not 3. So what am I going to replace those other 2 with? With water. How about that? Something like that. Play with that one. Oh, sorry, I'm rambling too long in there. I'm going to have to split this together. Oh, technology. It's okay. Well, in that case, if I got to double it up, maybe this will be a little longer one. We'll see. So I won't do a 1 and a 2. We'll just blend it. If you haven't strayed already. But what are we going to replace it with? I'm so worried about this. I'm always worried. I'm always stressed. I'm this, that, and the other. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm always happy. I'm always relaxed. I always have faith. Not fear. Replace fear with faith, or happiness, or trust, or awareness even. Whatever feels good to fill that space. So going into that, I think that's so profound and simple. And now I understand the vacuum aspect more. Hey, never too old to learn something. And then let's see. So what do they say here? The third rule of law of attraction is meant to remind you that your life takes place in the present, not the future, and definitely freaking not the past, right? So the present is perfect timing. So that's good. Then they talk about the power of manifestation, why it's a positive thing, and the power of attraction. Because it says, since manifestation and law of attraction are closely entwined, many people have trouble understanding how they differ. Interesting. I'm not going to read this while you're going to watch me read to myself quietly. No, I was just going over this because I thought this was really interesting. But I think even just trying, and then they talk about focusing on your intentions and what you really want. So when doing positive affirmations, always, or any affirmations, or for manifesting or attracting to, you always, like it just said, in the present. Everything is now, right? So you don't say, oh, I want to eventually win the lottery. It's like, no, I am a lottery winner. I I win, not I won, because I thought that worked too. It's like, no, because it already happened. It's like, it's already happened, but then that's in the past. No, we want it now. It's like, I win the lottery. Yeah, sometimes you can, it depends on how you visualize it, I guess, because they're saying, yeah, it can kind of go either way. Because it's like, oh, I just won. Yay. Now, if you're doing it that way, that works, okay? Not, oh, I was a lottery winner. No, I am. There we go. I am a lottery winner. And do that 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times in the evening. But then they remind me what I never do. You got to buy the ticket. So if you're doing that on a regular basis. So that's just an example because everyone's like always wanting to win the lottery. But whatever you're focusing on, healing. Believe me, that's what kind of made me start looking at the 369 stuff. It's like where I did some damage. I'm doing my energy healing. I'm going in. I'm doing my theta healing. I'm doing massage on myself. I'm using my magic oils, which I want to do a video on too, because they're fabulous. But it's wording it properly, in the present, positively. You know, even if you just don't feel well, even if you just feel tired, it's like, I am vibrant. I am energetic. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am happy. Whatever. I am successful. I am successful. However, try to be as specific as possible and in the present. But play with that. That's just something I thought would be fun to try. You know, try it for a few days. Try it for a few weeks. I think this is for... Sorry, I'm going to sneeze. It's citrus blossom season here, so... Oh, see, and this little book has things, little affirmations for you. If you can't think of your own, but you can put in your... It's got a space for your own. But it's also got suggestions. Oh, I am blessed. Oh, I am. I am blessed, right? So, but again, you don't have to have... Yeah, what is this? For 13 weeks, it looks like. So, but play with that. Even just trying it. And put your results down in the comments or however. And let's see. Let's work on this together. Let's get out there and manifest. Let's manifest world peace. Make it happen. Nasara, if it exists, would be lovely. But play with that this week. And I like it because I like the numbers. Because they fit me. Anywho, have a powerful, manifesting, attracting week. Make it beautiful. Take care.